Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On numerous occasions I've come before you and I've asked for something in writing and the concern I have on the ingress, egress, Avenue D and Highway 93. That situation does not meet the minimum code. It's a safety hazard. Put something in writing and I'll go somewhere else. You need to address that. You're in an area where people have to cross the railroad tracks. Are you paying your fees to the city for that? You got big equipment coming from the county area onto that, possible fire protection equipment. There's no way they can access that corner. They gotta go up another block. That's not good. I don't know who designed that, but that's poor at best. Almost like that Great Basin project that we got now that the state has put us under. We need to address minimum safety standards, and you're not doing that. Once again, I'm asking for something in writing from you. Thank you.
Anyone else? Hearing none, seeing none, we'll move forward. And item 1 is discussion update on fire district progress. Brett North, and Fire Chief, and Pat Stork, volunteer fire chief.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Pat. Nothing real groundbreaking this month. It's been kind of just status quo. So if you got any questions on the reports or anything?
Anyone?
Well, got a whole lot from our end. Everything's been running pretty smooth, been getting good response with the outlying areas. We got firefighter 1 testing rescheduled for those individuals who failed their first attempt and went back through some remedial training, so they'll be doing that next week. So hoping for a better outcome on a couple of those. For the majority of them passed, but there's a few others that did. And then we got some that are taking hazmat awareness tests so they can be certified through the state versus private entities that they did. So, and then we have a training schedule set up through the end of December. It's been emailed out to Brett and all of the volunteer chiefs in the county. So we still do training once a week, every Thursday. It's either Wednesday or Thursday, but scheduled put out with the topics all the way through the end of December right now.
Anybody got anything on Pat or Brett?
How many did you have pass the test?
I'd have to go back and look at the numbers, but I think so it's kind of a mixture. There's some past the fire 1 and some missed the hazmat ops, and some passed the hazmat ops and missed the fire 1, so it's kind of a combination between them.
How many passed it all?
I think right now there was 7
Nice.
out of the 10. But out of the 10, I think we got like 6 that are retesting, because some are doing hazmat, some are doing the hazmat ops, and then a couple are doing the fire 1, so.
Right.
They're able to come back and do all the tests at the same time frame, so makes it easier for scheduling. And a couple of the individuals were Bald Mountain Mine employees that were in the class. Some were from out at the hemp farm individuals. So
On that note, the Bald Mountain Mine, we did get 7 sets of turnouts from them. And those arrived about 2 weeks ago, so.
Nice. And how
Yeah.
much is each turnout set?
Oh,
They're pretty expensive, aren't they?
oh yeah, they're around $2,800 a set right
Wow,
now.
that's a good donation.
That's a nice
Yeah.
donation, good.
Yeah, so we'll get them into service. I've kind of got 2 or 3 sets of them now. I'm waiting on Lackawanna to give me their sizes so we can give them to them.
Anyone else got anything on Brett and Pat? Not, thank you very much. And we'll
Thanks so
move
much,
on.
guys.
And we'll move on to item 2. Item 2 is discussion for possible action, the approval of the monthly financial reports for October 2021. Anybody got any questions on that? Elizabeth, you got anything?
There's just, if you've noticed, there's an issue with the insurance, that's an entry error on my part, and that will be corrected on next month's report. It's not actually over budget there.
Anyone got any questions of it? Hearing none, I'll look for a motion to approve. Motion by Ian, second by Lauren. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. Passed unanimous. Item 3 is discussion for possible action, the approval of budget transfers within and between functions or programs within a fund that do not increase the total appropriation of the fund or adjust for approved grant/agency funds. Elizabeth?
They're in your backup. They're just basically, we talked about moving the master insurance policy numbers, that were in excess to cover deductibles, because we went to $2,500 deductible. So you'll see that adjustment as well as a resolution to go ahead and, cover the contribution to the city of Ely for that increased amount. Those are the only two changes we made to the month.
Anybody got any questions of that? Hearing none, I'll look for a motion to approve the budget transfers.
Move to approve.
Motion by Ian,
Second.
second by Shane. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, none, pass unanimous. Item, well, it says 6, but I think it means to be 4. Discussion for possible action, the approval of the minutes from the fire commission meeting held October 13th, 2021. Anybody got any questions, corrections, additions?
Motion to approve?
Motion by Lori,
Second.
second by Ian. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, none, pass unanimous. The last item we have in the fire commission meeting is public comment. Is there any public comment on the phone? See any, Mike? Anyone in the audience? Hearing and seeing none, we'll move out of the fire commission meeting and return to the county commission meeting. And we're about 7 minutes ahead of schedule here, so we'll find something
You
here.
wanna get, Mary's
Sure. Where's her, that page?
Page 4.
page 4 last,
Okay.
just about last.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, on page 4, item 4, notice of untimed items. It's a discussion only. It's regarding the historical artifacts from the old Ruth Mining District. Mary?
Well, I talked to Shane and he said bring some stuff from Reedtown. We got all the things from Reedtown and the village at the tailings pond for the native village. And the council wanted out of the building, so we put it in my garage. So I've been going through the boxes. Can I approach you guys?
Sure.
Because sorry if I'm stiff because of the cold weather. I found this spoon,
Oh, wow.
and they also have, the guys did a great job. They even bought some stuff that I don't think we need to show.
Okay. We'll leave it.
Well, it's petrified.
Excrement.
Yes.
And I thought, I wonder who I could say that to, but I just teased them when I said that.
Very cool.
I couldn't see it with my eye. And then here's some kids' marbles that I found. Weren't those
Oh,
neat?
wow.
Those are a lot better than we have nowadays, that's for sure. And
Marbles.
yeah,
Were these found recently, or are they?
this was when VHP put the mill in,
Right.
and they gave it to the town.
Huh?
Paul then put it in the old church, and they wanted it out of the church, so I put it in my garage, which is lined with dynamite boxes.
That's
You know, so, because
beautiful.
I put a lock on there, and the people who live around it watch it like it's theirs. Somebody broke into it before I put all the stuff in my yard, and they reported it. So I put a huge lock on there.
Very cool. Thank you
Okay.
for sharing.
Well, I've got tons of it, but I only did the best I had. I haven't went through all. Also, where I walk on Pilot Knob, their mail was there. There's a few things still left. And the mine's there where the 2 guys were killed. And it went from there to Narrow Gauge Railroad to the concentrator in Kimberly. And then it went by draft horse, or, one of the two, to Eureka, till the Eureka smelter broke down. And I found this is slag that I found there, and I sent it to the U of U. And it was magnetized by going through the mill.
Wow.
And then this is something I found recently. It's a clinker from the mill. I gotta quit picking up rocks, but I like rocks. But that's what it is. And then I found this. I'm not sure, probably had wood through it.
Yeah.
And then this is the Narrow Gauge Railroad spike.
Wow.
Isn't that neat?
Yes.
And this is the draft horseshoe. I was excited to find it because put my history together.
It's a big horse.
Yeah, it's a big
Makes
horse.
sense. Yeah.
I wanted to share that with you.
That is really cool.
And I'm working on my fourth book, History of White Pine County.
Very